My name is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. I know I look like a crazy person right now, but it's all for a good purpose. I'm telling you guys, it's for a good reason. I actually got a job. I know I've been a stay-at-home mom for a while now, but I've decided to get a job. So now I'm going to be getting ready with you guys. We're going to do a little get ready with me, a full face of nothing new. I'm not using any new products today. These are things that are existing in my collection. I may even use my Pan That palette. So if that sounds good to you, you want to sit and chat with me while I get ready for work and use products that are already existing in my collection, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so today, like I said in the intro, we're not using really anything new. I think all of these products I have already tried before. So let's go ahead and get started. For primer, I'm going to use my Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I really do like this stuff. I mean, I am not a smoothing or pore filling primer type of person, but I mean, it's pretty good. I only got like a little mini size because, I mean, you guys know Tatcha is not the most affordable brand out there, but I do kind of like it. I don't know. I think like this would be the only like really dedicated smoothing primer in my collection if I was to like use everything else up and choose to repurchase one. I think it would be that one, just because I think it just does a phenomenal job, and it doesn't leave like that weird texture on your skin like how Professional does, like that silicone-y feeling. It doesn't feel like that, and I like that. And I feel like it looks so nice on the skin. But anyway, like I said, I decided to get a job. I've been a stay-at-home mom probably for the past like 2 years almost. It'll be about 2 years in April. Yeah, April 1st is when I stopped working in 2020. So I decided to just start applying around, and you know, it's like way harder to get a job than I remember. Like when I first got out of high school, I started working right away, and that was back in 2017, and it was not hard for me to find a job. Like I bought a car at a place, walked inside, and they're like, hey, do you want to work? Sure. But it's not like that anymore at all. And I'm not saying it's like should be super easy, but I mean, to be completely honest, I put in like 50 applications to different places, and I'm very qualified in like what I was doing before, my field specifically. Very qualified, and I wouldn't get, and nobody would call me back. And if they did call me back and was like, oh well, you've been out of work for 2 years, so we really don't want to take a chance on you. Oh, and also give you guys kind of like a status update. Because on my Instagram, I know I had posted before that I had a job and I was working. And I know I kind of mentioned briefly in a video here that it kind of fell through. Well, it definitely fell through. I went in for a working interview at a dentist office, right? Get this. The guy, I mean, he was nice or whatever, but couldn't even remember my name. Couldn't even remember my name when we had just talked because I couldn't find the place. The directions were not very specific, and we had been communicating via like text and phone, right? So I would think that he would remember who I was since, you know, he already had my phone number. He called me after the first initial interview asking who I was and why I called him, which I'm just like, for real? And that was like my first red flag. I went in for a working interview. Everybody sung my praises. They were so excited to have me. They thought I was going to be such a great addition to their... My sponge went flying because I was talking shit. But, like I was saying, everybody sung my praises at the working interview. So I was like, alright, this is going to be good. You know, I don't have that much experience in this kind of stuff, but how hard can it be? They're willing to train me. Fast forward 2 days. You know, I'm expecting, you know, my onboarding paperwork to be sent over. He said, oh yeah, we're going to email it to you. It never arrived. So it's like red flag number 2. And 2 days later, after the working interview, they call and they're like, due to unforeseen circumstances, we can no longer offer you the position that you accepted. Which, you know, I understand, things do happen. But like, dude, you wasted all my time, my gas, and you all know how expensive gas is right now. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. But we are moving on now. We are working at a little beauty shop. Not like a beauty shop like a salon, but like a store, a beauty department store. So I feel like I will be much more comfortable there, even though it's still not what I was doing before I had children. I feel like it'll do, definitely. I feel like it'll be fun. I'm back, baby's handled. You may hear some crying, but he is secure with my mom right now. Because like either way, I do have to get ready. I do have to leave today. So I can go down there, you know, to my job. But as I was saying, I'm working at a beauty store. It's not what I'm used to doing, so it's definitely going to be different. But I'm excited for the challenge. And, you know, when I walked in there, I've shopped at this particular location before, so I kind of knew what the atmosphere felt like. And it was wonderful. Everybody felt so welcoming. Everybody was so nice. So I'm excited to work there, honestly. I really am. I think it'll be a nice little change for me. Oh, and now that I'm thinking about that, another red flag that that dentist office gave me was during the actual interview, the guy was like, oh yeah, we don't put up with no ghetto, no nothing. A hint of ghetto and you're out the door. And I'm just like, that was so unprofessional. Like, come on. I don't know if he was trying to like connect with me on another level, but that was not the way to do it. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And should I maybe have ran then? Maybe, but you know, it was the only place that called me back, so I was just going with it at the time. And looking back now, I'm glad it didn't work out. I'm very glad, because that could have been a very, very messy situation for me to be in. I would not have been pleased. I've dealt with people who like have racist tendencies and stuff before, and I'm not, I don't have time for it. You know, if you don't like women of color, that's your business. But, you know, I don't want to be involved in that. Not my speed. Oh, I didn't tell you guys what foundation and concealer I was using, but you probably guessed it. I was using the Dior Forever Skin Glow and Correct. This is 3WO, this is 2WO. It's my favorite little combo. And honestly guys, that stuff, it just lasts so well. It wears beautifully. And my dry, it's not dirty, it's crusty. My dry, crusty skin definitely loves this foundation. And I'm just using my CoverGirl Clean Fresh powder to set down the sides of my nose and under my eyeballs, because you know we gotta have some longevity when we're going to work. I would like to know though, if anybody else is like searching for employment, are you having a really hard time getting a job right now? Or is this like unique to me kind of circumstance? I honestly would be really curious. I would really like to know, honestly, because I've talked to some people in my personal life and they're like, what? So I would like to know. Let me know down in the comments. If you've been searching for employment, have you been having a harder time than normal? I know there is some crazy stuff going on in the world, and businesses might be like, ooh, let's buckle down the hatches and hold on to what we got right now, because we're kind of going into a recession. But I'm curious. And for my bronzer, I'm using my Vive Bronzing Duo in Tan. I will sing the praises of this bronzer forever, because now that I'm not like actively going to be purchasing from ABH, after everything that was said and posted and all that kind of stuff, I don't want to be bothered. Like I said, it's kind of like the same thing with the race stuff. I don't want to be bothered with it. I'll move on to the next thing. So since I'm not going to be buying my powder bronzer from ABH again, even if I could find the shade, because you guys know the shade dilemma I had with it. I could never find my shade in stock in store anywhere anyway. So now that I'm definitely not purchasing from ABH anymore, the Vive Bronzing Duo is probably going to be the thing I go back to and purchase again and again, as long as it's available, because the color, the shade is perfect for me. I like that reddy undertone to my bronzer. Something that's too neutral on me can sometimes pull gray, and I don't like it. I don't think it looks very flattering. It's not very flattering to my skin tone. We're bronzed. Now I'm gonna move on to my blush. I think I'm just gonna do what I did the last time I went there. Or do I want to use my Milk Makeup blush? I'll use my Milk blush. I'll be back. I'm back. So I've got my Milk Makeup cream blush, the little multi-stick thing, and mine is in the shade Work. It is my favorite shade ever. When I run out of this little mini, I'm definitely buying another one. I think it is just so beautiful. It's such a beautiful color. Every time I wear it, I just get so many compliments. And I mean, the scent is nice too. I do like how it smells. It's weird. It's like a citrusy scent to the product, and I think it smells good. I think it smells really good. So are any of you guys like in a transitional state in your life right now? And tell me how you're handling it. I really would like to know, because I feel like I'm going into that time of my life again. You know, going back into work. You know, I'm still in college. My kids are growing. One's almost 3, the other one will be 2 a month later after that one turns 3. So, I mean, I feel like I'm trying to find out like who I am again a little bit. Becoming a mom sometimes like destroys your sense of identity, and it's really hard when you are like self-isolated for so long. So I definitely think going back and working will help me, just because I've been like alone by myself so much over the past couple of years. So I think that'll help me out going back to work. I just love how this blush looks. It's so pretty. I don't want to apply too much. I mean, it's a makeup store, but I still have to like, for me to be comfortable, this sounds ridiculous. For me to be comfortable today, when I go in, I'm scoping everybody out. I'm scoping it out. I'm going to be looking at what everybody's wearing, what their makeup looks like, what their hair looks like, just so I have a sense of what's like acceptable. And that probably sounds ridiculous, but it is what it is. I need to add a little bit more blush to my outer cheek. Now for highlighter, I'm debating right now. I'll tell you what I'm debating between. My Nabla Skin Glazing highlighter and then the highlighter in this face palette from Natasha Denona. I love them both so much. And I'm even now thinking about the Rose Duo. I'm thinking about that highlighter. I'm gonna use this one just because it's here. And I like this shade. It's kind of pinky. And instead of a Real Techniques little brush like I usually do, we're gonna do something different. I'm gonna use this fan brush and just use it to kind of like top my cheeks, since that cream blush that I used kind of has more of like it's not matte, but it's like a satin finish. It doesn't really have like a whole lot of glow, and you guys know how I feel about my glow. So there she is, glowy. But more about like what I'm gonna be doing at this store. So I guess I'm gonna be like cashiering, assisting customers on the floor and everything, which I've never worked like retail. I've been in an office ever since I started working, I've always worked in an office, so it's going to be a different experience for me. Hopefully it's a good one, you know. I hope it's a good experience. It would suck if it turns out real bad, but I think it'll be fine. Really, I think this is going to be a great thing for me to go through. Everybody seems nice. I'm trying not to stress out about this right now. Oh my god. Do I want to do my eyebrows first or my eyeshadow? I think I'm going to do my eyebrows first, and I'm just going to be real chill with my brows today. I don't feel like it. Which one is this? I don't want to use this brow pencil. I'm going to use this one. This is the CoverGirl brow pencil. And because I'm being horrible at telling you guys what I'm using right now, everything's going to be linked in the description box. I always do that for you guys so you know if I'm bad like I am right now, what I'm using. I am just gonna, like I said, I want like a light brow. I don't want anything too fluffy or crazy, because like I said, I gotta scope it out. When I went in for my interview, I legit only had my Kosas brow gel in, which, I mean, that was fine, but I'm a little more filled in today. And I'm almost done with this stupid brow pencil. I have so many damn brow pencils, guys. Like, that is one thing I do need to work on getting out of my collection, is all these goddamn brow pencils. I've got like probably almost 10 of them, and that's ridiculous. I don't need 10 brow products. And I think most of it was because I didn't know what I liked. Oh, my kids are fighting. Oh, I hate when they fight. It makes me so anxious. And I know I gotta just like leave my mom to deal with it. I can't step in, because if I do, it's gonna make it worse. Alright guys, we're zoomed in a little bit closer now. I finished my brows off camera because my children, I had to go run, and then I came back. I just finished my brows real quick, primed my eyeballs, and I put my MAC Laying Low paint pot down, and then I sitted it, well, whatever. I put this a shade right here, Peaches and Cream, from my Pan palette, the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, on just to set everything down, and I am going to use this palette today. So what are we going to do? We're going to do something, maybe we'll do pink. Should we do pink? Are we feeling pink? I'm wearing a cream and tan sweater. Maybe something, maybe, let me see. Let me swatch this a shade Cobbler, and this a shade Caramelized. Okay, so Cobbler's kind of got like this pinky shift, and Caramelized is just like a deep bronze. Okie dokie. I think I've made my mind up. I'm going to take this Odin's Eye blending brush. It doesn't have a name like per the brush. It just Odin's Eye on it. And it's this little round blending brush. I'm going to go ahead and dip into Summer Yum and put that through my crease. And I'm using a smaller brush than usual because I've already done my face and I want a little more control. I'm just like going back and forth, kind of like pat, and then blending in a little circle at the same time after like the little pat, you know? I'm just doing back and forth motions. I'm really just trying to blend this out. I just want it to be a wash. I don't want anything to be too heavy because, like I said, we gotta scout people out today. That's the goal. We gotta see what's socially acceptable. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but like my anxiety, guys, I just can't. And honestly, the anxiety is probably why I didn't work for so long, because I really could have gone back to work. I probably could have gone back at the same place if I really wanted to, like before now, but My anxiety, man, after I had Teddy, which is my youngest, it just went through the roof. A couple months ago, I couldn't even go into a store by myself. So I've made excellent progress. Exposure therapy, guys. The shit really works. And medication. Lots of medication. But exposure therapy, that's free. I'm using a rough for 15 instead. I want something a little bigger, but I can't find it. I'm gonna go into Candy Peach now. And I'm relaxing my brow. I'm just putting that right in my crease. Because I can't get away from my love of pink. Okay? Okay? Alright. I've got a problem. Pink is my favorite color. I don't know. I hope today goes good. Like I said, I'm really nervous. But you know, here's to hoping things go good. I think we're about to have a visitor. I'm preparing myself for the footsteps. I think my mom just went outside. That means a baby might come back here. Which is fine, I don't mind. I do not mind. We might have a visitor. The only thing about that is he steals all of my sponges. He takes them, runs with them. He loves a makeup sponge. My little Bubba loves himself a makeup sponge. My under eyes, I'm just going to do them now before I do my lid, once I find a brush. Why did I put that brush back? I'm going to need to clean it off. Whatever, I'll deal with that later. I'm going to take a Real Techniques smudge brush. I'm going to pick up Summer Young after I get the cat hair off of my brush. The struggle of having cats. Their hair is everywhere. And I'm just going to connect it from the outer corner. I'm just stamping, kind of. Not really dragging, because like I don't like how that brush really performs if you like buff right away. I like to like pat the color down first. And then kind of go over and smoke it out a little bit. I feel like that's better. A very nice light neutral eye today. I am proud of myself. I am going to take a clean brush, if I can find it. I've got to get another like brush cup, something, because this is a little ridiculous. Now I hope this is as clean as it says that it should be. I'm just like trying to make sure that there's no blue left on here for real, and that it's just a stain, and there's nothing on here. I'm just sweeping it under here, just blending everything out really. I'm done there. I'm just going to pop a shade on my lid, and which one did I say I was going to use? I was going to use a little bit of color today. And I'm just going to use my finger. I'm lazy as hell. Glitter glue, who's that right now? I don't feel like it. I can't be bothered. This is a really pretty color. I don't know why I haven't used it. I guess because it looks so dark and intimidating, but really, it's not that deep. It goes really well with that shade in the crease. So I'm going to do the same thing over here, just like all over the Blake's face. I'm going to use that Odin's eye brush again, and I'm just going over the edge of where I put that shimmer down, because I don't want it to look harsh. Right. I'm going to take this pencil brush from Morphe. This is what it looks like, super small. I'm going to go into Nectar, and that's going to be my inner corner shade. And my finger to kind of like smudge the edge of Nectar into Summer Yum. And we're gonna do the same thing. Oh, let's do some brow highlighting. Let's put nectar right up here. Should have used a different brush for this piece, but you know, whatever. I still want it to be there, but I don't want it to be like super like stark line. Who do I think I am right now? I don't know. I'm desperately trying to see correctly. I do not want to poke myself in the eyeball. That would be horrible. Let me know down in the comments below, are you ambidextrous? I feel like that is very rare these days to find somebody else who's truly ambidextrous. I broke my wrist in middle school, my right wrist, and I was a right-hand dominant person. And now I'm not as good as I used to be because I do not exercise this as much as I used to, but I still think I do pretty good. So what I was basically trying to say there was I learned how to use my left hand because I broke my other wrist. And I didn't have a choice. The eyes are finished. Finished. Now, I need some eyeliner. What eyeliner am I doing today? I think I'm just going to use my Maybelline, my trusty old Maybelline brown eyeliner. Alright guys, this is the finished final look. I don't look like a crazy person with my hair all pinned back and like rolled up here anymore. But you know guys, I like that a voluminous, you know, a blowout kind of look. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But for the products that I didn't tell you guys about that I used, let me see, what was it? I used a NYX lip liner. Which one is this? This is just the regular lip pencil form. It's not the suede or anything. And it's in the shade Mauve. I used that for my lips. And then to top it, I used the Clinique Almost lipstick in Black Honey. I think it's a very nice combination. And then I don't think I did mascara with you guys. I used my Too Faced Damn Girl. I didn't use Bite today. Can you believe it? I sure can, but I decided, you know what, let's mix it up a little bit. Let me get use out of a different open mascara, and honestly, the Damn Girl mascara from Too Faced it's a good formula. I like it. It was one of my favorites before I discovered Upswing, so, you know, give it some use today. But let me know down in the comments below if you like the look I created. You know, I asked you guys probably a lot of things throughout this video. I'm not entirely sure if I remember everything. But if you want to chat with me down in the comments, go ahead. I do respond to each and every comment, and I love hearing from you guys. So, like I said, this is my look for work. It turned out way better than expected. I was like, ugh. Like makeup for work intimidates me. I don't know. Anxiety. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I do have to run. So I'm going to get off here. If I didn't mention a product that you're curious about, check the description box. I always have everything there for you guys in every single video, regardless of the content. If I'm wearing something, it's down there. But I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed sitting down and talking to you guys because, you know, y'all are my people. But I'm going to go, like I've said a million times now. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, and please give me a thumbs up. It would mean the world. I would love it. But I will see you in the next one. Bye!